My name is George Ethan Cox. I'm your RYT 200-hour certified yoga instructor. This is brought to you in part by Wilkes Recovery Revolution and Hive Fitness Studios of Moravian Falls. It's an awesome day here in the neighborhood. It's beautiful outside. We have the local Peach Festival going on as we speak. So get out there, enjoy yourself, or if you were at home and want to practice some reflection, today we are going over some meditative practices today. And we are going to focus on balance and breath work. We're going to focus on kind of resetting the mind, kind of calming the nervous system today, just nice and slow, nice and easy, no pressure. You could do this however you want. I'm going to provide so many options for all parties. So just come as you are. You could even do this in jeans if you wanted to. Just make sure you're in a nice open space and that you feel comfortable in. With that being said, again, I thank you for showing up for yourselves, for practicing with me today. And drop a comment below if you have any questions or suggestions. I would love to hear more from you. So thank you again, Wilkes Recovery Revolution, for this opportunity to share this. It's an honor to get to share my practices with you. And with that being said, let's roll out our mats, wear something comfy, and we'll begin. So this is a meditation class today. There will be some movement. However, I want us to focus on reflecting on our bodies. The first meditation we're going to be doing today would be what we call a body scan. A body scan is where we kind of roll up through the points of our body, the essential areas, just to reflect on how we're feeling and where we are today. So we can meet ourselves halfway with wherever we are in life and whatever we are expected of today. And to do this with full effectiveness is so essential to clear your mind, and the best way to do that would be to utilize your breath. So make sure when we're practicing our meditation, when your mind begins to wander, tune back into your breathing. Nice, slow, smooth breathing, and that will get you to where you need to go. And trust me along the way, I'll be guiding you along here. But first things first, let's get in position. You feel welcome to either find a nice, comfortable seat of your choice, be that cross-legged seat, you can sit on your knees, or go into a staff pose, or you can lay down in Shavasana or recline butterfly. But I'm going to, for my practice today, this is simply just an example. You don't have to follow along exactly how I'm doing this, but I'm going to have a nice, comfortable seat where I can find myself in a nice long spine here. And if this isn't comfortable for you, but you would like to maintain a seated position, take a pillow or a block or a rolled up blanket and place it underneath your hips to give you a little bit of wiggle room there. Just so you can feel comfortable with your sitting bones nice and glued down. Let's begin with our breath here. Keep your eyes open to start, but take a deep breath in through the nose. And exhale it out. Relax those shoulders. Big breath in. Feel the rise of your chest. Smooth breath out. Inhale all together now. Fill up the belly and the chest. Exhale, nice long breath out. Letting go of the day so far. Setting an intention for your practice. Continue breathing. Inhale. Find a rise in the front body if you're sitting, and a fall in the back body as you exhale. Continue with setting your intention. That can be just to find stillness, to reflect on where you are today, to explore to where your mind wanders, or to enter with curiosity. Find nuances, what have you, or to simply allow your body and mind to let go. Let go of all expectations for today's practice. Simply be, lean into the present moment, and breathe. Inhale together now. If your eyes are not closed, Feel welcome to close them now or soften your gaze. Exhale. Relaxing the shoulders, a little back. Breathe in and out. We begin with meditation, and we'll compare this later, so take extra care to notice how you feel as we do our first body scan. Bring your awareness with your eyes closed or softened, first at the toes. And I invite you, as we continue, to breathe smooth, long breaths at your own pace. With awareness at the toes and the bottoms of the feet without judgment, just notice. Are they touching the ground? Are they meeting another part of your body? Is one brushed against your leg or thigh? Are they warm or cold? Notice the quality of air that surrounds that part of your body. As you continue with your breath, bring your awareness to the tops of the feet, along with the heel and the ankle, encompassing the entire sensation both feet are feeling at this current moment. If practicing at home or whenever you practice by yourself, it's always helpful to begin from the bottom and work your way up. All right, bringing your awareness now up the leg, starting with the calf and the shin bones and your knees. Keeping an awareness with the areas that we previously covered and adding on the new areas that we focus on. Just bring awareness without judgment. Notice how you feel in this place. Is it comfortable? Is it rested? Do you feel anxious here? Notice any holding or gripping you might feel here and see if you can't find ease. Breathe deep. Now with your awareness now, expand it up the leg to the thigh and your thigh bones all the way to your hips joints here. And the base of the pelvis, the pelvic floor. Just notice where the areas I've mentioned meet the ground. Feel supported in this moment. Feel the ground rising beneath you to meet your body. You're safe in this practice today. Keep breathing deep. Bring yourself back to the breath if your mind begins to wander. Again, we are encompassing stillness and awareness without judgment, accepting where you are and just noticing how you feel. Take that moment of notice and expand it up to the remainder of the pelvis, to the hip flexors, the base of your spine is now shining in your mind's eye. If you're sitting, just notice if that area meets the floor or if it's fully rested. And then take a moment to fully reflect on the entirety of the lower half of your body as a whole. Notice the air around it. Notice how you feel in this area. Breathe deep. As we expand our awareness, we move our focus up the spine to the low back, sciatica. We're bringing our awareness to our abdomen and our low ribs, all the way to the middle point of our back. Be aware of the internal organs within you, and just notice where you are here. If you're not feeling anything in particular, just bring awareness to the existence of these parts of the body. If anything, just bring that to your mind's eye. Breathe deep, finding expansion with each inhale and contraction with exhaling. Now we expand our awareness to our heart center, spreading out to the chest, to our shoulders, our shoulder blades, bringing full awareness to the whole entirety of our torso, from the neck down. Breathe deep. Bring yourself back to the breath. Bring yourself so your full awareness from the torso down the body to the legs and feet. Imagine this as one big part. We'll continue our awareness to our arms, spreading from the shoulder blades down the biceps and triceps to our elbows and elbow creases, down the length of our forearms to our wrists, our palm, knuckles, and fingers and thumbs. Just notice how they feel. Are they restless? Are they calm? Are they still? Notice the quality of air around you. Feel the temperature in the room. Are these parts of the body meeting another part of the body, as mine, for example, rest on my knees? Or are they on the floor? Again, bring full awareness, along with the breath, to the entirety of your body from the neck down as one piece. Finally, bringing our awareness to spread up the neck to the base of the skull, to our jaw and chin, to our lips, our cheeks and ears, to our eyes and nose, to our brows, finally to the top of the head, to the crown of the head. Breathe in. And as you exhale, imagine a rushing sensation from the top of the head, rushing all the way down to your toes and fingertips. Bring a full encompassing awareness to the entirety of your body here, just noticing how you feel, noticing what resonates with you without judgment. Take 3 breaths here. This is your body. Take a moment to express some inward love for your body. Accept your body for it is exactly where it's meant to be in the present moment. Now slowly, gently bat the eyelashes open and breathe in one more breath and exhale. Now you've taken some time to notice your body before we even get moving, which is wonderful. We'll do this one more time at the end of our practice just to see if there's any differences here. But at this point, we're going to begin moving. So if you're not already, go ahead and get in a comfortable seat of your choice. We're going to begin with some neck rolls. So inhale, lift your head up by carving a line with the nose to look up. Exhale, carve that line with your nose down, bringing chin to the chest, and then roll your left ear to your left shoulder. Inhale here. Maybe you take your right fingertips to the right to find a stretch in the shoulder. And exhale, roll it down, chin to chest, and bring your head to the right this time. Exhale, round it through. Fingers still meeting the mat here. Use your breath to roll your neck one way and then the other way. Nice and slow with control. And when you bring your chin back to chest, inhale, roll it back up. Okay, we're going to inhale, bring our arms nice and slowly up to the sky. And then we're going to twist to our left. Exhale, bringing your right hand to left knee, left palm behind you. And find a gentle twist to your left. Inhale, find length in the spine. Reaching beyond the crown of the head, up into the sky. And then exhale, draw your navel in as you twist a little deeper. Nice gentle twist. We're not needing to force it here. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, deepen your twist. And on your next inhale, walk your hands back to center. And then exhale, relax your shoulders. Inhale, bring your arms up into the sky once more. And we'll twist to the right. Exhale to the right side this time. Heart remains lifted. If you need to find a helpful point here, place your left thumb on your sternum. Breathe here. Draw your navel in with your exhale. Find a little ease here. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, gaze past your right shoulder. Draw the navel in. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, walk yourself back to center. All right, up and over. Inhale, bring your right hand up. Place your left hand down on the mat. And think up and over as you exhale to the left side. Keep your right glute nice and grounded here. Try to refrain from letting it lift off the mat. Reach, reach, reach. Open the heart. Pull your elbow back. Pull your thumbs back. Maybe take a gaze up to your right hand. Breathe. Exhale, cartwheel down the right side. Lift the left hand up into the sky. And exhale over to the right this time. Breathe here, a couple of breaths. Finding space in the left side body this time. Keeping your left glute nice and grounded here. Find areas of release here with your breath. And exhale, rain it down on the left. All right, we're going to transition to all fours. Take your time getting here. If you've been sitting for a while, maybe you want to take a moment to windshield wiper the legs, bring that fresh circulation. And we'll meet on all fours, tabletop position whenever you're ready. Make sure your wrists are directly underneath your shoulders. Fingertips nice and wide. Make sure your elbow creases are comfortably facing forward. Knees underneath the hips. All right, we're going to step back the left foot to elongate that left foot or the left leg. And we're going to saw it back and forth. Again, just waking up the legs here, waking up the body. And then from here, we're going to kick that left foot up nice and straight and point those toes. Draw your abdomen in here. Breathe in and out. I want you to cross that pointed toe to the right of your right foot and right of the mat and touch down. We're going to inhale and kick that back up. Keep the leg straight and tap it to the left. We're going to go back and forth 5 times on each side. So inhale, lift, exhale, lower, tap, inhale, lift, exhale, lower to the left, tap. And then we keep going. Use your breath here. 4 and 5. Beautiful. From here, we're going to kick that left foot back up. Make it like your foot is nice and flat, like it's pressing into an imaginary wall. Keep that abdominal engaged. Press into your pinky toe on your right foot, and then lift your right hand up, like you're shaking a hand. Press into all 5 fingertips here to take pressure out from your left wrist. Draw the navel in, pull that right thumb up, pull the left heel up. Inhale, find length. And exhale, let's see if we can bring our right elbow to meet and kiss the left knee. Inhale, we reach it back out, wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes. Exhale, draw in. Take your time nice and slowly, bringing awareness to the full body, having a full body of experience here. Reach it back out, last one. And exhale, bring it all together. And then place it back down. Beautiful. Now in between, we're going to do a cat and cow. So drop the belly, inhale, look forward. Heart presses forward here. Exhale, round it through. Draw the navel in. Relax the head down. Tailbone reaches down. Couple more. Inhale, look forward, drop the belly. Heart lifts. Exhale, round it through. Use your breath here at your own pace. Pay meticulous attention to your spine here. We're just warming it up here today. And when you're ready, we'll go right back into neutral and bring your right foot back this time, sawing it back and forth, waking up the heel, waking up the leg here. Bringing activation to your abdominals once more. Clawing firmly into the fingertips to take pressure out from the wrists. And whenever you're ready, we're going to lift that right foot and point the toes. And then we're going to bring it down to tap on the left side of the left leg. Inhale, lift it back and bring it to the right. Again, we're going to do with 5 on each side. So tap to the left, inhale, exhale, tap to the right. To the left, up, to the right, to the left, up, to the right. 2 more, to the left, up, to the right. And last one, to the left, up, and to the right. Lift that back foot back up. Keep that abdominal engaged. Press firmly into your left pinky toes and your right fingertips. Lift your left hand up. Imagine a nice long line from your left fingertips to your right toes. Keeping your core engaged here. Inhale, find length. And exhale, draw the navel in. Bring your elbow to the knee. Inhale, reach back out. Lift in the back of the heel and in the thumb. And exhale, bring it all together now. Last one. Inhale, reach. And then exhale, bring it all together. We're practicing some balance today. And balance is all in the core. So whenever you feel a little wobbly, see if you can engage that core here. Keep that in mind as we go forward. Now, from here, you could do another cat-cow if you wish. But whenever you're ready, we're going to bring our right foot up and then draw it into the chest and plant that right foot in between the palms for a low lunge. Keep that knee in front of front ankle here. Maybe find a little buoyancy. Maybe you lift up onto your fingertips so you can open the chest. If you want a bit more of a stretch, you can walk that back knee back a hair, or you can keep it where it is. Breathe deep. Breathe here. Now press firmly into your right heel. Squeeze your glutes and your abdominal. Use your hands to press your heart up in our low lunge here. From here, you have the option to just simply focus on buoyancy. Find a little bounciness. Or if you want, you can focus your legs and squeezing into an imaginary middle line and swoop your arms forward, up and back into crescent lunge. Finding lift in my heart space. And then exhale, rain fingertips down. Plant the left palm. Inhale, reach the right hand up towards the sky. And then exhale, bring that back down. Walk your toes, so let your right toe spill off the mat here. And we are in a lizard pose. You can stay here with on your hands, or you can walk down to your elbows, or even onto a block if you want to get more out of this pose here. Breathe into your hips. As I always mention, stretching the legs has so many benefits to easing stress, as we carry a certain amount of our stress from our lives in our legs. One more inhale and exhale. Let's bring our hands back to center. Bring that front leg back. Option to cat and cow here, or if you wish, you can lower your heels back, your hips to heels, and go into a child's pose. When you're ready, we'll meet on all fours once more. Curling those fingertips. I'm curling those fingertips. Pressing into those fingertips, kicking your left foot up this time. And then exhale, draw the navel in, bring your knee to nose, and then place your foot in between the palms. If you want, you can lift up onto your fingertips or simply look forward, raising your heart space. Squeeze those legs in together. Breathe here. Find a little buoyancy. Getting a nice little stretch here in the groin area, in the right hip flexors. Whenever you're ready, you can press your hand into the left leg to lift your heart space and draw your navel in, squeeze your legs into an imaginary line, and swoop your arms forward, up and back into crescent lunge. Heart lifts, thumbs pull back, navel drawn in. Little miniature back bend here. Maybe your gaze rises up to the sky or in between the palms. And then exhale, rain the fingertips down. Plant the right palm, lift the left hand up high. From here, maybe you scooch your left toes over to the left of your mat. And then exhale, you either plant your left palm down with the right, or you can lower all the way down to your elbows. Lizard pose. Find a good stretch here in the hips, pressing firmly into the back toes, or if you want to curl the back toes under and lift the back knee for something extra, you may. But remember, if your mind begins to wander, or you feel a little shaky especially, bring yourself back to the breath and breathe into your belly. Find ease with your exhale. Alrighty, now bring yourself lifted back up, bring your foot back to where it was, and then bring it back to all fours. Do a cat-cow here. Inhale to lift the heart space. Exhale to, and when you're ready, curl those toes under, bring your heels and feet, bring your hips down to your heels and peel up, downward facing dog. Allow your heart to reach towards your knees here. Allow your hips to rise high up to the sky and pedal it out with the feet. You might hear some popping and cracking. That's perfectly normal. From here, we're going to lift the right leg up high. And then exhale, draw the knee into the chest, look forward and plant the right leg or right foot in between the palms. Get nice and light onto your fingertips once more. Maybe you step up half a step and plant the back heel as we prep for warrior one. Knee over front ankle here, plant the right pinky toe, draw your abs in, inhale, reach the arms up high. Maybe you dive a little deeper into that front knee here. Keep your heart spreading forward. If you need help guiding your heart forward, you can take your thumb forward, or if you're like spreading some honey along your chest, you take your right hand and slide it to the right and lift your hands up to the sky. Hands parallel. Breathe. We are strong in this pose. We're building strength. And exhale, rain the fingertips down. Use your hands as leverage to step or hop your back foot to meet the front. Forward fold. Take a moment here to fully relax your torso, shoulders and neck, and the head. Shake your head a little yes. Shake your head a little no. Your knees can be as generously bent as they need to be. You can grab hold of each elbow and sway from side to side. And then you inhale, lift up halfway. Find length in the neck. And then we fold, exhale. Now, imagine root to rise here. Bend the knees generously. Draw the tailbone down. And we're going to roll up extra slowly. Take your time here. There's no rush. I want you to take time to really feel each vertebrae as they stack along the line of your spine. Allow your head to be the last thing that rolls up. Palms face forward. Heart nice and lifted. See if you can meet yourself in stillness here. Soften your gaze or maybe even close your eyes. Just notice how you feel. Imagine the body scan we did earlier and see if there were changes since then to parts of your body that you acknowledged before. Take a few breaths here. Now, open your eyes. We're going to go into a tree pose. So bring your feet together, really together. Squeeze your legs in together. Heart nice and lifted. So we're going to start with the left leg. Bend the left knee. Keep your right knee nice and straight, but don't lock it in. You can keep a little buoyancy here. And then pivot that left knee out to the left. Your left heel is lifted and resting on the base of your shin, a little above your heel. A little notice here, if you choose to lift your left leg and rest the heel on the shin, don't let your heel rest on the knee. Rest it below or above, but never on, because that can really cause an injury. If you feel adventurous and want to lift it all the way up to the thigh, you may use your left hand to guide it there. Keep your heart nice and lifted, abs engaged. Find a focal point forward, a place to hold your gaze to help you with your balance. You can stay with your hands together at heart space in Anjali Mudra to help with your balance. Imagine your sternum rising to lift to your thumbs. Breathe. Option here to even open the arms out wide branches on your tree pose today. Press your foot firmly into your thigh. And also, there's no shame if your foot is still on the ground. It doesn't have to leave the ground. It can be as far off or as close to the ground as you need it to be. And it might look different on each day for how you do your tree pose. It can be like this one day, or it could be like this some days. Just be open to the sensation, not the pose. Maybe you reach your hands up to the sky, parallel. Maybe you keep your hands in heart center. Remember, draw your navel in. Engage that core. That's your center. You're going to feel it in your calf. I know I do. We got this for 3, 2, might feel wobbly, that's okay. 1, and with control, lower that left foot. Beautiful. Shake that right leg out, you deserve it. We're going to inhale, reach our hands up to the sky, swan dive down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant the palms. We're going to bring back one foot and another as we meet in plank. Inhale, exhale, lower halfway, chaturanga, and lift upward facing dog. And then we will meet in down dog. All right, claw the fingertips in. Anchor the right heel this time. Inhale, lift the left leg up high. And then exhale, draw that knee into the nose, look forward, and plant that foot in between the palms. You're doing great. Breathe deep. From here, lift in the heart space. Step halfway up with the right foot and pivot the foot toes out. Press firmly into your left heel. Squeeze the legs together and inhale, swoop the arms forward, up and back, warrior 1. Heart lifted, abs engaged. This is a full body experience. A strengthening pose, an empowering pose. Virabhadrasana 1. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Notice the sensation. Breathe into it. Feel strong here. If you can do this, you're stronger than you know. Inhale, pull the thumbs back. Exhale, rain it down. Step or hop that back foot up to meet the front. Maybe if you want, you can put your feet together here for our forward fold. Or keep them apart, that's up to you. Shake your head, yes, no. Inhale, halfway lift, your version. And fold, exhale. Inhale, roll up nice and slow. And Tadasana. Heart nice and lifted. Hands facing forward, the palms facing forward. And we begin now with our tree pose for the opposite side. Lifting the right heel this time. Pivoting our right knee out. Again, this could be your tree pose. Maybe you take your left hand's thumb, place it on the sternum, and draw your navel in. And this might be your tree, and that's okay. If you want a little more, you can rise that heel up to the shin, or even all the way up to the thigh. Keeping your gaze on a viewpoint in front of you. Engage your core. Breathe when your mind begins to wander. If you fall, that's okay. Again, you do not have to have your foot all the way up to your thigh. It can be on your shin or calf, or even your toes on the floor. That is perfectly safe and comfortable for you. That's what I encourage. And what you do today may be different than tomorrow. Tomorrow you might be able to put your foot on your thigh and to keep this tree steady. If you are feeling a little wobbly, experiment with pressing firmly your foot into the thigh or to the shin or calf. Keep your heart nice and lifted. Maybe you experiment with the branches. You can lift your hands up to the sky. Maybe you find a sway. Maybe you have goalpost arms or just spread out wide. Or have like a volcano top, hands together up above your head. Breathe in and out. Breathe in, lift the heart. Exhale, ground down the back body. Inhale once more. Exhale, lower the right foot all the way down. Hands to heart. Shake that left foot out. You deserve it. Beautiful. All righty. So from here, we're going to bring ourselves to the center of our mat, facing the long edge. Step your feet out a little more than hip width apart, and your feet, your toes facing the corner or 45 degrees away. This is going to be a garland pose prep, so we're simply going to lift our hands up. Exhale, swim the hands down to our heart. We bend our knees. Bend, 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 guiding our tailbone down. Down, down, down. Find a little buoyancy. You're going to feel some bells and whistles going off here as we lower down, down, down. Even further, further, further. Your body's going to say, what in the world are you doing? Why are you not stopping? And maybe you can make it all the way down to garland pose. If you find your knees, your feet are still too wide, you can heel toe them together just a hair. Your knees rest on the outer edges of your triceps here. Keep your heart lifted. From here, you could place your hands together, thumbs at the heart center, have a little balance here, pressing your legs into your arms back into your legs for a stretch and strength building pose. Breathe. Again, we store a lot of stress in our legs. We did some strength building a little bit ago. Now it's time to stretch it out. 3, 2, 1. Unravel. Place your hands behind you and work your way to your glutes. Place your feet in front of you, a little bit more than hip width apart. And windshield wiper your knees nice and slowly. Breathe here. Should feel really good. All right. From here, bring your feet nice and wide. We're going to do a little stretch here. We're kind of doing a repeat up and over, but first, main thing is to keep your toes nice and active, like you're pressing into an imaginary wall where your feet are. Starting with bring your right arm up and over, we're going to bring our left hand to right thigh. Think up and over as we reach our right hand over to the left toes. Breathe here. Keep your legs nice and long. If your knee bends a little, that's fine. Just notice the sensation. Breathe into that right side body and your back. Breathe deeply. You're doing great. Unravel, lift the right hand up and back, and we'll switch. Bring your right hand to the left thigh, up and over to the right this time. Heart lifts, pull the elbow and thumb back, reach toward your right toes. You're doing wonderfully. Bring yourself back to the breath. Don't focus so much on trying to reach as you are trying to keep your breath going. The breath will help you with your stretch, trust me. And release. From here, we're just going to do a forward fold, wide-legged forward fold. So inhale, reach the hands up high once more. Exhale, try to cock at your hips and forward fold. Toes nice and engaged here. You can get a block or a blanket or pillow to rest your arms on. Your hands may be all the way back here. Don't feel discouraged. It takes time to move forward in this way. So breathe into the hips. Breathe into the lower back body. Breathe deep. Keep your heart lifted as long as you can. Eventually your elbows may meet the mat. Maybe not, that's okay. But with your breath, eventually you'll notice, if you keep your breath nice and long, you will find yourself closer to the floor than you were to begin with. Even if it's just a little. Don't force it now. Just use your breath. And when you're ready, walk yourself back up. Gorgeous. All right. Bring your legs back together. We're going to lower down onto our backs. Yay! All right. You deserve a hug after that stretch, my friends. So bring your knees in towards the chest. Hug it all in. Maybe find a gentle sway side to side, giving your low back a massage, counting out that big little stretch we just did. From here, lower your head to the ground, if not already. Open your arms out wide for support and lower your knees to the left side for a supine twist. Breathe here into the right side body. Alrighty, bring your knees back into the chest, give yourself a hug. And then exhale, bring it back to the right this time. Supine twist to the right. Breathe here, breathe into that tight area in the body. Finding and creating space. All right, bring it all back to center. A little yogi freestyle here. You can do whatever kind of wiggles you need before we enter our final resting pose for our final meditation. I'm choosing happy baby, kicking one foot up at a time. And it doesn't have to be happy baby. You can do an assortment of poses. You can even pause the video and do a complete add-on to your class for today's practice. But that is up to you. Just getting the remaining stretches out in my legs today. When you're ready, we're going to meet in Shavasana. Get comfortable. Option here to either take a pillow or a rolled up blanket underneath your head for extra support, or even underneath your knees. Allow your arms to rest on your sides. Snuggle in the shoulder blades to lift the heart. We're going to do one more body scan like we started with, but this time taking stock of any changes that you feel compared to the beginning. Find yourself sinking deeper into the mat, but also feeling supported, feeling the mat rise to meet your body. You either allow your eyes now to grow soft, your eyelids grow heavy, maybe you close your eyes entirely, keeping a smooth, deep breath flow going. We'll bring our awareness starting again at the feet with our toes and the bottoms of our feet, our heels. Notice how they feel. And spreading the awareness up to the tops of our feet, to our ankles. Then spreading that awareness further up the shins and the calves of the leg to our knees. Notice how this area of the body feels. Notice how the air feels around this area. Pay attention to what parts of the body meet the ground beneath you. Feel supported here. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Now spreading our awareness up the leg to our thighs and our hips, our hamstrings, and glutes. Just noticing these areas here, what parts meet the mat, feeling supported by the mat here. Notice how you feel without judgment, just accepting the current moment. Breathe in deeply and exhale. Continuing our awareness up our spine, starting at the base to our sacral bone, our pelvis, to our abdomen and our internal organs, our low back, calling up to the low ribs here. noticing what these areas meet the mat, and bringing your awareness from our heart center all the way down to the toes. Noticing how this all feels, acknowledging the coexistence of these parts and how they work together to be one whole. Continuing your awareness here to the breastplate, to the sacrum, shoulders, down the arms, elbows, forearms, wrists, palms and the fingers and knuckles. What parts meet the mat or floor? Do they feel warm and alive or not? Just notice how you feel. Just notice. Breathe in and out. Bringing awareness to the collarbone, up the neck, to your jaw, allowing it to relax. If your tongue is on the roof of your mouth, see if you can relax it down and away. Bringing awareness to your lips, your cheeks, your nose, and ears. Finding ease in these places as I say them aloud. Your brow, your eyes, forehead, area where your spine meets your head, all the way to the crown. Now, take a big inhale in and imagine a full scan of your entire body with this exhale, like a rush down the body. Inhale, scan up from the base of the toes to the top of the head. And exhale, scan all the way down again. Sit with the sensations of your body, noticing how you feel in the present moment. Taking stock of today's practice and any differences you may notice compared to the beginning. May you feel more ease here or more softness. Continue breathing nice and slowly for 1 or 2 moments here before we conclude our practice. Okay, my friends, right now, bring your awareness back into the space. Wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers. Maybe you softly roll your head one side and another. Then when you're ready, bring your feet to the mat and bend the knees and roll over to one side. And take your time. You don't have to rush. But when you're ready, we'll all meet and seated once more. Use your hands to press up to a seated position. We conclude our class in gratitude, thanking ourselves for showing up and to take time to observe the body, taking time to find reflection and to let go of things that are not serving us in the present moment. And I am honored to get to share my practices with you. We bring our hands together in Anjali Mudra and bow and say the sacred yoga term, Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me, everyone. You can find us every single Saturday at 11 a.m. online or in person at Hive Fitness Studios of Moravian Falls. Thank you again for joining us, and I look forward to seeing you again next time. Have a wonderful day.